Olympics and the trials, you weren't initially too pleased with the trials, but eventually you reconciled to the idea.
Before that, we had no trials. They give me a competition before the Commonwealth Games, and I was gold and best boxer there. So that's why I was no trials. And then I won Commonwealth Games gold. Then there were no trials in Asian Games, and after that, I left. In this competition, they gave me SAF Games, and I won gold there. So I hadn't expected any trials, but then the coaches, like, they have a pressure also. I was coming from pro. I was coming from 1.5 year. So I should. I also think that I should give trials and prove myself again. He is same that he used to beat us 4 years back, 2 years back, 1 year back. So he's the same guy. Now he's in better shape. So they took my trials, and like my trial was 30-0, 30-0. I had my trials. Like, I had some good guys. One was Asian champion medalist, and one was multiple times national champion. So like they were also good. I respect their boxing, but I was totally one-sided that day.
9 boxers have already qualified for the Olympics. What do you think
Right.
is the reason behind that transition?
First of the reason is, like, you have a batch of boxers that come sometimes. Sometimes the batch is not good, so the team is not good. But sometimes the batch is good. Like in 2012, like the competition was very tough for the Olympic, and still we seven, 6 or 7 guys qualified. I think seven of us were qualified. But now you see the batch is good, the selection criteria is good, and after that we have a strong federation. Like, our president like, is quite a nice guy, and he keeps on helping us. So that's why. And whatever things are needed, our federation and Sai and ministry is providing us. So ministry is taking boxing as a main sport in this Olympics. So they wish, and they are waiting for winning medals from boxing. So that's why they are giving us whatever we need. And the batch of the guys, Amit Panghal is there. He's quite a nice guy and talented guy. Manish Kaushik is there. Gaurav Solanki is there. And Satish Kumar, the most experienced after me. So this is quite a strong team.
Coming back to the lockdown, during the lockdown, because of the limitation of resources, you focused on your core strength. Tell us something about your schedule back then.
Like, when it was complete lockdown, before that I called Neeraj with me, and I was at my farmhouse training for a month. Like, me and Neeraj were there. Like, there was one of our servants who used to prepare food and help us in another thing. So we both used to train every day. This is what I call a inch, growing an inch every day. My target is too far, but still I have to cut every inch. Every, like, some days you cut some meters, but some day you have to cut some inches also. That was tough time for all of the world. Whole world was under lockdown. All sports, no sports activities were there. Everyone was under. So that gave me edge something. Okay, I was not able to train that much well, but still I trained. So I wasn't able to cover meters that day, but I covered inches that day. So in long time run, that thing helps you. When you are fighting a tough guy, okay, then you are thinking back. Before fighting a tough guy, you are thinking at night, oh shit, that 2 months I should have done this, I should have done that. So I don't want to keep any kind of regrets of doing, I should have done that, I should have done this. So I did whatever I could.
You had 2 other tough guys to help you as well, in your father and your son. You did work out and train with them too.
When Niyad was not with me, so I had no other option. So I gave my father punching pads, okay, and you hold pads for me. I told him whatever he could do, he did his best to make me okay. So that was also nice training. But like, some guys, their father doesn't know how to hold pads, but still my father showed me, oh, this is left, okay, hit left here. These things, these small things make difference. Like, when all the guys having the camp, then all the guys are training. But when you don't have camp, then you have to utilize what you could have.
You trained a lot in front of the mirror as well, and it helped you understand the flaws that had come into your game. What was that?
um, uh, we boxers, we usually shadow box in front of mirror to check our mistakes, and then that your right hand is down, or you are swinging too much, or different kind of these boxing abilities we are able to see ourselves when we do in front of mirror. But that's only a part of boxing.
You also trained and mentored 14 and 18-year-olds. How did that come about?
When I had no camp, so okay, I went in my stadium, and there was kind of social distancing thing. Like only batch of five guys or six guys were able to train. So I helped my coach in Bhiwani so that the guys could grow, like they could become better. So I helped him, and I told him that okay, I was 14 years old, and what I was doing, they are not doing like this. So I told him, okay, like you are better than me in these areas, but in these areas I was better. So if you do this, you will get well, and you like. And one thing, I motivated those guys. I just asked them that, is boxing your choice or someone other choice? Then they all replied, oh, it's our choice. So then why you make some shortcuts in running and in training? And then everyone was like, oh, big bro is telling the right thing, we shouldn't not make any kind of shortcuts. So then they like, I was there for a month, so everyone was training fine. Everyone was training fine. Now some of guys text me on Instagram and ask me for help, that brother, tell me what to do, what not to do. These kind of lovely feelings, you grow. When I was at young age, my seniors used to tell me, but not at that level. I used to understand their feelings, like how their family is and what kind of facilities they got. So you have to utilize those kind of facilities. That's what I help.
20 years down the line, would we see Vikas as a coach? Because you've got some experience here.
No, I don't want to train guys, because coaching is, I don't see coaching is a piece of cake for me, because like coaching requires a lot of dedication, and I'm not that much dedicated for any another guy. Like I'm dedicated for myself. I can get up 5 4 3 2 anytime. You can make up and go and say you have to go for training, but I don't think I can be dedicated that much for any other guy. And secondly, the coach has to be patient. Like okay, if you tell me, or if someone tell me how to throw a jab, I will do like in seconds. I will learn. I'm a quick learner. I will learn all these things very much fast. But I don't think I will tolerate all guys if they don't do it once. So I can train only the guys who are super quick learner. I cannot train um, like low performance guys. So no, that is a very bad thing in me. So a coach should have patience.
So you want commitment from your words as well. You mentioned once that it's easier to regain the momentum physically as compared to mentally. Please explain that.
When I came from the qualifiers, I was every day. I was giving punching pads to my father. I was playing with my babies for my footwork. I was doing whatever I could. So that time, my mental strength was only boxing. Okay, what I have to do, what it requires to win Olympic gold. But after that lockdown, after training for a month, so then my mind was like, okay, I can have rest. The Olympics is not in the way. So still that thing is right in me. Oh, it's still 320 days left. It's still 340 days left. So these things are still in me. But when you get in a competition mode, then your mental strength goes on boxing. That's what I was saying in that interview. That it's very difficult to regain mental momentum. Otherwise, like physical training, you can remain. Whenever you have camps, you will train only 20 days, and then your body is going to get back into shape. But getting into mind takes time, for me especially.
You're currently training at the IIS. What is the training regime like? There are obviously basic fundamentals, conditioning, and theory. So, what do they entail?
I'm training with Ronald Sims right now. So he is a very nice trainer. He is a very good coach. He understands my feelings, and he has told me a lot of things that none of the coaches has ever told me. So he's a nice guy, and he has his training program for me. Now he's training me for fighting, for some professional fights. So now he's training. He's basically concentrating on my condition so that my hands don't get tired, my legs don't get tired if I fight a 6 round fight. And apart from that, he's making me calm. He's making me smooth. In the ring, I don't have to hurry like amateur boxer do. They keep on doing like this, so I'm not like this. Whether he make me run harder or weight training harder, so I'm not going to do like this. So he's making me smooth and he is working on my basic fundamentals, so he's a nice coach.